Brought to you by River State Government, the treasure base of the nation.
As a means of further attracting investors into the state, the River State Government has hosted its first investment forum, the aim of which is to focus the spotlight on the state and various investment opportunities that it holds.
In my adult life, I've never seen an event, an investors forum on a scale like this, anywhere in the South-South zone in Nigeria or the Southeast zone. Such big events have only taken place in Lagos in the Southwest or Abuja in the North. So a handful of us felt that, look, we have made so much progress now in this part of the country that the time was right to come in here and try and make a statement. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. If you want to take an idea whose time has not come, you will not get the sponsorships. Because sponsors will only do something that they believe in. So we felt that the test of the pudding is in the eating. If we tried it and nobody will sponsor it, then it has failed. Now we worked hard at it and we have so many sponsors. We have the whole full list. We have major multinationals like Shell, like Total, like Chevron, and so on and so forth. All of them are here. They're big boys. If they thought that the time was wrong, they would not be here. So that even their presence here, and also local sponsors, because foreign investors look at what the locals believe in themselves. So when you look at the list of companies sponsoring, you see people like Stanbic IBTC Bank, where I'm chairman. You see Nigerian banks wholly owned like Zenith Bank, Sky Bank, Diamond Bank, locally owned oil and gas company Monipulo. So you see local investors falling over themselves to sponsor something, and multinationals scrambling to join them, together making a statement to the world, and the world is taking notice. Why would an investor leave Belgium and fly to Port Harcourt for sightseeing? He came here because he can see something. Oil and gas sector vibrant, 150 million Nigerians. He can see the potential of agriculture, industry, and so on. So they didn't come sightseeing. And I repeat, with due respect, tourism here is not very well developed. If you go to anybody boarding a flight from Europe, America is coming here for business, or from Asia. So they came in bus loads because they came for business.
The River State Investment Forum brought stakeholders and prospective investors to Port Harcourt, River State capital and Nigeria's second largest economy, where it showcased the various investment prospects of the state. One such area is the Greater Port Harcourt City project. Already underway, the project aims to expand and modernize the state's capital by the addition of a new city which will eventually be merged with the existing capital territory.
The Greater Port Harcourt City project is actually a project that wants to take control of developments in the city of Port Harcourt. We want to see developments in a structured manner. So at the end of the day, what we intend to achieve is an environment that is more livable and better planned, better structured, and befitting for and conducive for business, for pleasure, and for general living. We see investments in terms of infrastructure, investments in terms of the value to properties that are developed, and investment in terms of quality of living. So for investors, at the initial stage, we're going to get a lot of infrastructural developments, housing, schools, hospitals, roads, power, electricity, water, sewage. There are several areas that one can invest in. In the new University of Science and Technology, investors are going to be able to invest in the hostels and in some of the structures. And then in the Greater Port Harcourt, our first area of development, investors will be able to invest in housing and also provision of utility services. That's another critical area that we're looking at for investors to find an opportunity in terms of metering, in terms of provision of the bulk infrastructure services that will serve the new city.
The Greater Port Harcourt City is the sign of the new Nigeria, of the new Africa. This is the continent where things will happen over the next 20 years, and it will provide world-class facilities, world-class living environment in Africa. And therefore multinationals, international investors will feel that that is in line with their own standards and in line with their own expectations, and they will get a decent return on their investment.
However, the key to the ultimate success of such a long-term plan lies in continuity, an area which some feel needs more attention.
What I see is a bold, a courageous and an ambitious plan, which I believe is very befitting of a city with growth potential and that is positioning itself as a major trading bloc in this country for the future. So I see those opportunities. But critically, a large part of the funding of this development is going to depend upon private investment. And in that regard, it's very, very important that the Greater Port Harcourt City Authority and the state of River State in general ensures that the right environment exists. And critically, because we're looking at a 50-year vision, for investors, we're going to want to see some kind of continuity and consistency, especially at the political level. What I mean by that is one administration is starting this off. There needs to be a full buy-in on a bipartisan basis to ensure that over the coming 50 years, the baton is passed smoothly from one to another without discontinuities. That being said, other issues that I would say need to be looked at very carefully is the economic model in terms of not just saying how do you put private investment in, but ensuring that the private investment can actually extract its returns, service its debts, recoup its costs and things like that. Now, when you look at this project that covers 8 different local government areas, you begin to have to think carefully about, well, who collects revenue for what? And how does that revenue find itself uninterrupted and very smoothly and timely into the hands of the investor who actually puts his money. These types of things I feel are there. And of course, maintaining standards, quality of construction, bringing the right players in are all things that have to be looked at very, very carefully. Are they challenges? Possibly, but I also see them as opportunities.